The entire nation of Britain was left stunned when a series of surprising photos of Lady Louise surfaced online. The images captured the young royal in what appeared to be a private, intimate moment with a young man. Only a handful of people could actually recognize him as attention around the photos skyrocketed. Media outlets and close acquaintances suggest that this man, revealed as Felix, might be far more than just a friend. Rumors swirled of a supposed private engagement, sending royal watchers into a frenzy. Everyone is asking, who exactly is Felix, and why is this relationship suddenly dominating the headlines? Join us as we dig deep into the full story. Love seems to be blossoming in St. Andrews, and it all started shortly after Lady Louise arrived at St. Andrews University. Almost immediately, whispers began circulating online, stirring curiosity and speculation. Some tabloids hinted that Louise had grown close to a certain Felix. Their paths crossed in the equestrian society, a world Louise loves and excels in. Felix's full name, once kept private, was later revealed to be Felix Silver Clamp. Very little is publicly known about his family background, which only added to the intrigue. At first, their meetings were casual. Simple conversations about horses, sharing tips, and helping each other during equestrian events. Over time, their friendship deepened. They studied together, wandered the campus side by side, and exchanged personal notes. Conversations that began light and casual grew longer, more heartfelt, and more personal. Classmates began noticing that Louise seemed genuinely at ease around him. Felix showed constant respect for her privacy. He never flaunted her royal status or sought attention. Instead, he treated her like any ambitious student with her own dreams and goals. This authentic approach allowed a natural, genuine connection to form between them. Felix also attended carriage driving events, one of Louise's favorite pursuits, but he never stood out in the crowd. Quietly observing from the sidelines, he applauded her efforts with sincerity. Classmates described him as loyal without spectacle, no fanfare, no dramatic gestures, just steady support. His understated dedication drew comparisons to Prince Philip, who valued quiet loyalty and devotion. Prince Philip had always been a figure of steady, behind-the-scenes support, encouraging and protecting those he loved without seeking attention. Felix's demeanor seemed to echo that same grounded, respectful loyalty. As months passed, the bond between Louise and Felix grew stronger. Despite Louise's lifelong experience with public life, she had never encountered such a private, grounded connection with someone outside her family circle. During this period, Louise's relationship with her grandfather, Prince Philip, remained deeply significant. Her admiration and affection for him were evident during his emotional memorial service in 2021, where she personally drove his carriage, a powerful act witnessed by family and close friends. This moment reflected both her skill and courage and the influence of Philip's legacy on her personal growth. Observers have noted that her quiet determination, whether displayed in carriage driving or daily life, seems to run in the family. Felix's steady, unassuming support complemented this trait perfectly. His humility, patience, and loyalty mirrored the values Louise had observed in her family. Prince Philip always emphasized duty, respect, and quiet devotion, supporting Queen Elizabeth in ways that were steadfast and understated, never craving the spotlight. Similarly, Felix was consistent, patient, and respectful, qualities that created a sense of safety and normalcy for Louise. She could truly be herself around him without any pressure or expectation. Felix also demonstrated a keen understanding of Louise's unique position, recognizing the complexities of being a royal without ever exploiting them. He treated her world with respect while still engaging with her as an equal. The historic halls and quiet streets of St. Andrews provided the perfect backdrop for this formative chapter in Louise's life. This is the very same university where Prince William graduated in 2005 with an upper second class in geography, and where he first met his now wife, Catherine Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge. Years ago, royalty could arrive without public escorts or media frenzy. Louise moved into student halls like any other first-year student, walking the town streets unnoticed, blending in seamlessly. This was the life she wanted, a life as normal as her royal heritage would allow. Louise's choice reflects the values her parents, Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, had long instilled in her. Her upbringing at Bagshot Park had been deliberately private, shielding her from excessive public attention. At St Andrews, she continued this approach, prioritizing her studies, friendships, and personal growth over the pressures of public scrutiny, just like any other student would. Those who know Lady Louise describe her as polite, grounded, and remarkably committed to both her personal and academic growth. She reportedly joined the St Andrews University Officers Training Corps, where she received basic weapons training, leadership lessons, and specialized courses in navigating tough terrain under pressure. Her dedication to pushing herself beyond comfort zones while balancing the demands of being a royal student reflects her discipline, focus, and quiet determination, traits that make her stand out among her peers. But the story doesn't end there. What we are about to reveal about a supposed engagement to Felix is enough to leave even the most seasoned royal watchers utterly shocked. This could be an authentic royal romance in the making. A love versus duty dilemma has been woven into the Windsor family for generations. In 1936, King Edward VIII famously abdicated the throne for Wallis Simpson, an American divorcee, putting his heart above royal duty. That rare, personal decision against centuries of tradition shook the monarchy to its core and became one of the defining moments of royal history. Similar pressures have continued across decades. Princess Diana and Prince Charles, for instance, faced their own trials, beginning with romance, but quickly entering the glare of public scrutiny and overwhelming expectations. Their struggles reminded the world that love and duty often clash painfully within the Windsor family, and that private heartaches are magnified when the world watches every step. The stakes for royals in matters of the heart have always been uniquely high. In contrast, Lady Louise's parents, Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, have quietly rewritten the modern royal narrative.
Every day, and I do not know how he managed to do that. But he would also tell me all sorts of anecdotes.
Their marriage, now spanning more than 25 years, is considered one of the more stable and enduring unions in the contemporary monarchy. They've chosen discretion over spectacle, keeping their lives and relationships shielded from public glare. Their intimate 1999 wedding at St George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, was celebrated for its understated elegance, mutual respect, and authenticity rather than pomp. Guests noted that the ceremony reflected a partnership rooted in shared values rather than the public display of wealth or attention. Growing up in this environment, Louise absorbed crucial lessons about respect, stability, and authenticity. Unlike some of her predecessors, her parents have shown that royal duty and personal happiness can coexist without compromise. Their marriage quietly proves that love does not have to be sacrificed for the obligations of public life. It is within these guiding principles that Lady Louise's rumoured relationship with Felix gains significance. Although details remain discreet, sources describe their bond as private, genuine, and deeply rooted in friendship, built over time with trust, understanding, and mutual respect. On 30th August, Felix was reportedly present to support Lady Louise at the National Carriage Driving Championships at Ashfields Carriage and Polo Club in Great Canfield, Essex. Observers described him cheering and clapping from the sidelines, quiet, sincere, and focused entirely on her achievements. Such subtle displays of loyalty stand in stark contrast to the high-profile, press-filled engagements typically expected of royals. This potential union seems unhurried, deliberate, and thoughtful, reflecting a couple that values measured growth and authentic connection over the pressure of public scrutiny or spectacle. Friends of the couple note that Felix's qualities make him particularly suited to this environment. Discreet, humble, and consistently supportive, he reportedly engages with the Windsor family respectfully, without ever overstepping boundaries. At carriage driving events and family gatherings, he blends into the background, observes traditions, applauds sincerely, and connects naturally with Louise. Such behaviour mirrors the Windsor family's historical preference for understated loyalty, a trait long exemplified by Prince Philip, who valued steadfast, quiet devotion above all else. Analysts of royal history see this as a modern approach to monarchy and romance. Previous generations often faced stark choices. Edward VIII chose love, but relinquished the crown, while Diana and Charles struggled under intense expectations. Lady Louise, however, appears to navigate a path that balances both love and duty. She remains a member of the royal family while nurturing a private relationship shielded from the public eye. Her upbringing instilled discretion, responsibility, and integrity, teaching her that public life and private happiness can coexist harmoniously. Historically, royal engagements and marriages were highly political or widely publicized affairs. Lady Louise's rumored relationship with Felix offers a modern alternative, one that emphasizes trust, friendship, and authenticity over headlines and public scrutiny. Their connection honors family heritage while creating a personal space free from constant attention, blending tradition with contemporary values. This quiet romance could set a template for younger royals, showing that love can thrive without sacrificing duty. A historical precedent for such intimacy exists. In 2011, Princess Anne's daughter, Zara Phillips, married former rugby star Mike Tindall in a small private ceremony at Canongate Kirk in Edinburgh. There was no televised spectacle, no global countdown, only close family and friends. Yet despite its simplicity, the wedding became one of the most admired in recent royal history, celebrated for its authenticity and sincerity. It was a reflection of a monarchy that values love over pageantry. In many ways, the rumoured relationship between Lady Louise and Felix seems to follow a similar path, a union defined not by royal titles or public expectation, but by quiet, genuine connection. Keep watching as we uncover the real identity of Felix de Silva Clamp, the modern gentleman who has captured the attention of the royal world while maintaining discretion and dignity. The British press has tried tirelessly to uncover details about Felix, but much about his background remains private. Speculation continues to swirl. According to some reports, Felix Silva Clamp was born in 2004 in London to politician Jonathan Clamp and mental health professional Kendall Clamp. Some rumours suggest he may hail from an old Scottish landed family, adding a touch of aristocratic mystery to his story. Yet despite this possible lineage, he grew up in Melbourne, Australia, balancing his studies with a part-time job at a local ice cream parlour, a down-to-earth detail that underscores his grounded nature. Felix and Lady Louise share more than just private companionship. They also share a love for theatre. Both have been spotted performing in their university's production of Dragon Fever, revealing a creative and collaborative side to their relationship. Those who know him describe Felix as calm, intelligent, and grounded. Unlike many of his peers who spend evenings in bars or nightclubs, he prefers quieter hobbies, repairing a bridle, reading, or spending time outdoors. Friends describe him as a bookworm, yet charming, with a lifestyle built on simplicity, purpose, and sincerity. At the University of St Andrews, Felix reportedly studies environmental sciences, reflecting a modern awareness of the planet and sustainability. Friends say he frequently discusses conservation, climate change, and responsible land use. He also volunteers with local conservation groups in Scotland, focusing on restoring habitats and promoting ecological responsibility. His values, centered on stewardship and service rather than social status, reflect a new generation of Britain's upper class, one defined not by privilege but by purpose, care, and genuine impact. For Lady Louise, who has grown up surrounded by tradition, expectation, and public scrutiny, Felix's outlook fits naturally. He is known for his calm, authentic, and thoughtful approach to life. Those close to the couple note that their bond feels like a genuine partnership rather than a publicized romance. If Lady Louise and Felix ultimately marry, it would symbolize more than a union. It would reflect a meaningful shift in the monarchy itself, emphasizing connection over convention and normalcy over ceremonial grandeur. Their story, if true, represents a modern royal romance shaped by personal choice, trust, and understanding, rather than by tradition alone. This approach aligns with King Charles III's vision for the monarchy, a slimmed-down royal family, closer to the people, emphasizing authenticity and relatability. Whether the engagement rumours are real or speculative, one truth remains clear. Lady Louise deserves a love story entirely her own. A marriage between her and Felix would quietly embody this vision, a grounded love story, not one of spectacle, a story free from pressure, built on respect, understanding, and shared values. In Felix, a quiet, thoughtful young man stands beside her, and many believe she may have already found exactly that. In the British monarchy, whom a royal chooses to marry has always carried symbolic weight. Marriage has been a reflection of values, tradition, and the direction of the family itself. For centuries, royal unions were a matter of duty, arranged to protect lineage, secure alliances, and preserve status. Feelings and personal choice were often secondary. This pattern can be traced back to Queen Victoria and Prince Albert in 1840. Though their marriage was affectionate, it also symbolized the union of two royal houses, intertwining dynasties and politics. Everything changed in 1936 when King Edward VIII chose Wallis Simpson over duty, igniting a constitutional crisis. By prioritizing love over the throne, he showed the world how royal marriages could influence not just family life, but the entire nation. It remains one of the most dramatic events in royal history, establishing a precedent that has shaped scrutiny over every subsequent relationship. From that moment, the public and press have scrutinized every royal romance, constantly weighing love against duty. Another example is the marriage of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer in 1981, billed as one of the most watched weddings in history. Their union, while initially celebrated for romance, became a public spectacle under immense pressure, highlighting the tension between private desire and royal expectation. Lady Louise and Felix, in contrast, seem to be navigating a path that balances both private happiness, genuine connection, and familial duty. But behind the grandeur, even the most celebrated royal relationships have struggled. The eventual separation of Princess Diana and Prince Charles, followed by Diana's tragic death, revealed the painful realities of life under the unrelenting royal spotlight. The world witnessed firsthand how scrutiny, expectation, and tradition could weigh on a marriage, often magnifying private struggles into public crises. In this context, modern royals like Prince William and Prince Harry have worked to reshape the narrative, attempting to break free from the restrictive conventions of the past and forge paths that balance duty with personal happiness. When Prince William married Catherine Middleton in 2011, it marked a distinctly new beginning for the monarchy. Catherine, coming from a non-aristocratic family, brought warmth, relatability, and openness to her role. Their marriage proved that compatibility, mutual respect, and love often mattered more than titles, making the monarchy feel more human and accessible to the public. This shift demonstrated that modern royals could maintain tradition while embracing contemporary values, showing that personal connection can coexist with royal duty. The highly publicized marriage of Prince Harry to American actress Meghan Markle in 2018 continued this conversation. As the first member of a racial minority to marry into the British royal family, their union attracted unprecedented media attention and highlighted the ongoing tension between private life and public duty. Their story reminded the world that royal romances are rarely just personal. They are symbolic, political, and cultural events, watched closely both at home and abroad. It is this long history that explains why Lady Louise's rumoured romance with Felix has captured attention. Royal watchers are naturally curious because such marriages often signal the monarchy's values and its relationship with modern society. A royal's choice in love can shape public perception, demonstrating whether tradition or authenticity takes precedence. A marriage based on equality, respect, and genuine connection might inspire trust and admiration from the public, showing that love can thrive alongside duty. But how does a royal engagement actually happen? And what would it look like for Lady Louise? Royal engagements are not merely private moments, they are steeped in history, tradition, and expectation. From the initial proposal to the public announcement, every step is carefully orchestrated, blending ceremonial grandeur with modern personalization. Today's royals, however, have more freedom to add personal touches. Proposals are often intimate affairs, though historically, heirs close to the throne required the monarch's permission under the Royal Marriages Act, now modified by the succession to the Crown Act of 2013. Engagement rings carry deep symbolism. Prince William famously proposed to Catherine using his late mother Diana's sapphire ring, a way to honour her memory and include her presence in such a pivotal life moment. Similarly, Prince Harry chose a ring from one of Diana's collections for Meghan, reflecting continuity, respect, and family legacy. If the proposal is approved by the royal family, the palace issues an official statement to the public, followed by photos and interviews. These announcements are waves of excitement, combining history, pageantry, and heartfelt emotion, giving the public a glimpse into the private life of the monarchy. After an engagement announcement, couples begin attending public appearances together, representing the royal family as a united entity. Prince William and Catherine made their first official outing to Wales, while Harry and Meghan visited Nottingham. Such appearances familiarise the public with the couple, allowing people to connect with them before the wedding. Royal weddings themselves must balance personal wishes with centuries of tradition. Venues often include Westminster Abbey, St George's Chapel, or smaller chapels on royal estates, blending ceremonial significance with intimate celebration. Royal engagements always attract global attention, merging history, pride, and emotional resonance. For the nation, they represent continuity, a reminder that the monarchy endures across generations, and a reflection of the monarchy's values. High-profile engagements like William and Catherine's can boost national morale, reinforcing the image of a modern, approachable royal family. Yet the tone of engagements has shifted in recent years, now more intimate, simple, and personal. Lady Louise's eventual engagement, should it be announced, would almost certainly follow this newer, more heartfelt model. Why is Lady Louise's relationship stirring so much attention? The answer lies in her unique position in the royal family and the rare combination of privacy, upbringing, and modernity that she represents. Her story is about more than romance. It's about what she stands for within the monarchy, who Lady Louise really is. Her upbringing, her values, and her role in the British royal family are central to understanding the significance of this relationship. A childhood of privacy and resilience. On the 8th of November, 2003, Lady Louise Mountbatten Windsor was born during the reign of her paternal grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, to Prince Edward and Sophie, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. She is also known as the youngest niece of King Charles II. Yet the story of her birth was far from smooth or easy. Due to a sudden and dangerous placental abruption, her mother, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, was rushed by ambulance to Frimley Park Hospital in Surrey, England. Baby Louise arrived 4 weeks early, in a fragile state. Both mother and child lost a significant amount of blood during the emergency, making the situation incredibly tense. Louise weighed just 4 pounds, 9 ounces at birth, a sign of the critical condition she had endured. She was immediately transferred to the neonatal unit at St George's Hospital in London, while her mother remained at Frimley Park for continued care and recovery. Her father, Prince Edward, then Earl of Wessex, was abroad on official duties and could not be present for the birth. When he returned, the family had to navigate the intense relief, concern, and joy that accompanied Louise's early days. Her full name, Louise Alice Elizabeth Mary, was officially announced on the 26th of November, and she was baptised the following year in the private chapel of Windsor Castle. She became the last child to wear the original royal christening gown, marking the beginning of a life that would balance tradition with individuality. From that very challenging start, Louise's life seemed to carry an unusual blend of fragility and emerging strength, a combination that would shape her character and choices in the years to come. Edward and Sophie saw more than a royal child. They saw a little girl who needed nurturing, normalcy, and freedom to grow beyond the weight of titles and expectations. As a result, they made a deliberate decision. Their children would not carry the typical princess or prince style, nor live a life automatically bound by public duty. The palace announced that their children would be styled as the children of an earl, rather than as her or his royal highness, giving Louise a unique identity within the royal family. In short, she became Lady Louise, not Princess Louise, yet she remains 17th in line to the throne, holding a position that offers both connection to royalty and a rare degree of freedom. This unique standing allowed her to experience ordinary milestones, attending university, studying, forming friendships, while still representing the monarchy with dignity and composure. The choice gave her a shrink-wrapped version of royal life, one that allowed school runs, part-time jobs, and quiet weekends rather than endless public engagements. Bagshot Park in Surrey, the family home, became the backdrop for this carefully curated childhood. It was a world privately secure and outwardly ordinary, yet shaped by the unique framework of royal lineage. Even after the neonatal scare, her mother recalled that the experience left a lasting impression. Sophie often reflects that seeing anything associated with premature babies brings back memories of those early, worrying days. Despite the royal environment, Louise's upbringing was grounded. She attended local schools, spent time with friends, and was encouraged to grow not only as a royal, but as a young woman with choices of her own. Yet health issues surfaced early, tied to her premature birth. She developed esotropia, a condition where one or both eyes turn inward toward the nose, requiring surgery. The first procedure in 2006 was unsuccessful, but with further treatment in 2013, her vision was finally corrected, marking another test of resilience in her young life. Parallel to this private upbringing was a strong sense of tradition and legacy, a careful balance between heritage and independence. A key figure in this story was her grandfather, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. An avid carriage driver, he brought the sport into the royal sphere in ways few had anticipated. By her teens, carriage driving had become one of the clearest expressions of Louise's emerging identity, linking her personal interests with the family legacy. Louise also inherited a love for history and theatre from her parents, but it was carriage driving that truly defined her youth. She competed in events using four-wheeled carriages once owned by Prince Philip himself, such as at the Royal Windsor Horse Show in 2017. She even led the carriages of the Champagne-Larone-Perrier Meath for the British Driving Society. In 2019, Philip proudly watched as Louise secured third place in a private driving singles category, a moment that captured both her skill and their close bond. The sport suits her perfectly, combining discipline, independence, and quiet determination, a reflection of both her upbringing and her personal character. She had to steer the horses, navigate the carriage over obstacles, and make split-second decisions, all with composure. The carriage and ponies once belonged to her grandfather, Prince Philip, and were passed down after his death in 2021. This legacy reflected lessons from her family, from a fragile start in life to mastering confidence, courage, and precision. Each ride showcased discipline, independence, and values instilled from an early age. Meanwhile, Lady Louise balanced school mornings, friendships, and assignments. Her parents encouraged work and life beyond the palace, giving her perspective on the world outside royal walls. She embraced this balance fully, blending tradition, responsibility, and ordinary experiences. Her discreet relationship with Felix marks a meaningful chapter. It combines personal growth with genuine companionship, reflecting her family's values, courage, humility, and dedication. Their bond lets her explore life beyond titles while remaining grounded, a modern royal romance built on trust, understanding, and quiet connection. What do you think about Lady Louise's rumoured relationship with Felix? Could an engagement be coming? Are we witnessing a royal story shaped by love, discretion, and modern values? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click the next video on your screen. You won't want to